Hi, friends! Welcome back. Before we jump into today's absolute chaos, please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to hit the bell notification because my mother still refuses to press it. She keeps telling people the bell is intimidating, which is wild because it is literally just a bell. I don't want you missing my videos the way she does, so hit it before she talks you out of it. Also, check out my Amazon links in the description. As an Amazon associate, I earn a commission from qualifying purchases. And honestly, that's what funds these stories, my editing snacks, and all the accidental disasters that happen when I film. All right, let's get into today's story. The day I discovered the vending machine at school was not normal at all.
So this started on a regular Tuesday morning, the kind of morning where
I absolutely did not want to be awake or exist or interact with the world. But unfortunately, life had other plans. I walked into school half asleep, dragging my feet like a dramatic vampire, and thinking only one thing. I need snacks. So I headed straight for the vending machine because, at that moment, it was the only thing in the universe that understood me. I pressed B7 because that's where the good chips live. The ones that taste like happiness and denial.
But instead of dropping the chips like a normal machine, the vending machine made a weird sound.
A humming. A glowing. A vibration that felt extremely suspicious. I stepped back and thought, oh no, not again. Because my life is a magnet for nonsense. Then the vending machine spat out something not a snack, not candy, not even one of those weird, stale granola bars nobody likes. It spat out a tiny, glowing golden coin. I picked it up and said, "Up! H! I didn't order this," a voice behind me said. "That's new." I turned around, expecting a teacher, but no, Pit was my best friend chewing bubblegum, like she had the emotional range of a brick. She stared at the glowing coin and said, "Don't pick it up." I said, "Too late." She said, "Well, now you're cursed," which is so rude and yet so believable. When I held the coin, the vending machine lit up like a Christmas tree having a midlife crisis. The screen flashed symbols I couldn't understand. The machine rattled. My friend stepped back, like, I'm too young for possession. And then this part, I swear I'm not making this up, the vending machine opened like a door. Just casually opened like it was saying, "Come on in, hero," my friend yelled. "Don't go in there," which is exactly the kind of encouragement that makes me do dumb things. So, obviously, I walked in. Inside, the vending machine was not, vending machine stuff. It was a whole underground world. Imagine a giant glowing cave with floating snack bags acting like lanterns, rivers of soda, and tiny creatures running around wearing pretzel armor and cookie shields. I screamed. They screamed. Everyone screamed. Then one of the tiny snack people stepped forward. It was literally a 2-foot-tall creature made entirely of gummy bears with an almond crown. It bowed and said, "Welcome, chosen snack?" My friend, who had followed me inside despite claiming she wouldn't, burst out laughing and said, "Oh yeah, that checks out. You would be the chosen snacker." The gummy leader explained that the golden coin I received wasn't a mistake, it was a summoning token. Apparently, once every generation, the vending machine chooses a human with pure, chaotic snacking energy to complete a quest. My friend whispered, "Well, that's definitely you." The quest? To retrieve the legendary Los Potato Chip, a glowing chip said to grant balance to the snack world. Without it, everything becomes unstable and the snacks start rebelling. I looked around and saw a marshmallow soldier stabbing a soda bottle. Yeah, rebellion was happening. The gummy commander handed me a tiny map and... When I say tiny, I mean I couldn't read anything on it.
My friend grabbed it, squinted, and said, "This map was definitely drawn by someone who failed art class."
But we didn't have another option. So we began our ridiculous quest. The first challenge was crossing the river of Fizz, which was carbonated and loud and had soda bubbles exploding like geysers. My friend suggested we swim. I suggested she go first. She refused. I refused harder. Then a pretzel boat floated up out of nowhere with a tiny licorice.
We climbed inside, and immediately the river currents started dragging us at full speed, like the universe said. We screamed
The entire way.
One giant bubble burst under us, sending us flying into the air before we landed safely on the other side. My friend said, "I'm never drinking soda again!" And the river burped back at her, offended. Next, we entered the forest of expired snacks, where everything was spooky and slightly stale. Old crackers moaned like zombies. Gummy spiders with too much dust on them dangled from branches. One tried to land on my head. I screamed so loud, my voice cracked like a broken flute. My friend said, "Wow, the chosen snacker has chosen fear." I felt judged. The forest ended with us staring at a cave entrance. Above it was a sign that said, "Beware, the Guardian of Crunch."
My friend asked, "What's the Guardian of Crunch?"
The moment she said it, a shadow moved inside the cave. Out stomped a giant creature, a massive cheesy puff monster with glowing red eyes and crumbs falling off its body like fiery ash. I screamed because that thing was at least 8 feet tall. The monster roared, and a wave of cheese dust flew everywhere. My friend inhaled it and instantly sneezed so violently that she accidentally knocked the monster over. I yelled, "You defeated IT with a sneeze."
And she yelled,
"I have allergies. This is a curse!" We ran past the sneezing, wheezing, cheesy puff monster as it flopped around dramatically like it was auditioning for a soap opera. Finally, we reached the top of a glowing snack mountain. Sitting on a shining pedestal was the legendary lost potato chip. It was beautiful, perfect, radiant. It glowed like heaven itself was seasoning it. My friend said, "Do not eat it." I said, I wasn't going to. I absolutely was going to. But before I could reach for it, a tiny popcorn fairy flew up and said, "Congratulations, your quest is complete." She sprinkled glitter everywhere straight into my eye. I was temporarily blinded by popcorn magic, which is not something I ever thought I'd say. We returned to the gummy commander, who cheered so loudly half the snack world started dancing. They placed a tiny snack crown on my head. It did not fit. It fell off immediately. The vending machine door opened behind us, glowing again, signaling it was time to go home. Before leaving, the commander bowed and said, "You have saved our world, Shozin Sanaka. You are welcome here anytime," my friend whispered. "We are never coming back." We stepped out of the vending machine, and the door closed like nothing ever happened. A bag of chips dropped to the bottom tray. B7. The one I originally ordered. My friend picked it up, shook her head, and said, "I'm never letting you near snacks again." And honestly,
Fair. Thank you for watching this absolutely ridiculous adventure.
please like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the bell notifications. Don't be like my mom, who still thinks the bell is part of my logo. Check out my Amazon links, and I'll see you in the next crazy story. Bye!